All right. Oh my gosh.
Is this on?
So,
Can
this is on.
Can people see us?
Hey everybody.
Welcome,
This is about as awkward for us as it is for
everybody.
everybody.
I just found out like an hour ago that this was not like interactive, like in a way of
Well, it's interactive,
Zoom.
but just not like
It's-
quick. There's
I-
actually a 30-second delay or something.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I think.
I'm taking one
It's
for
not
the
30.
team here, and I fully expect other leaders in the church to be doing this in their living rooms very soon.
So I'm just gonna make a drink for us.
What are we drinking tonight?
Our staple.
What do we always drink?
First things first.
I might go grab some ice cubes.
I preach all the time to you people, but this is a different experience of nerves.
We would love for you to go grab your favorite drink
You-
right now.
You should totally.
Whether whatever
go
that is.
fix that up. Well, I like to put in the sugars first.
What are you
sugar.
making?
It's an old fashioned. A little bitters. We do some sweet bitters, some
Shall I
regular
hold,
bitters.
Where do we hold it here? I can't see what you guys are seeing, so hopefully this is in camera. I think so. This is our camera.
That's the camera.
That there.
And
This is not as fancy as Alex Gray might make it,
I beg to differ.
or maybe it is.
Let me get some ice cream.
I'm gonna turn the fire off. I think. I don't know if anybody else. It's mood and ambiance, but I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this in their house with their spouses working from home. That we all have different temperatures that we like to live at.
It was.
So I
it
have a
was-
fan blowing on me, and Shawn has a fire in the
and my
background.
slippers on. This is how
And I'm in a
we
tank
need
top, and he is in long
dual
sleeves.
climates, like in cars.
Okay, I think there's like a chat window here, right? Can I'm gonna read this.
Oh man,
There's like a
Ange is going. She's got a lot of
Go
questions.
Ange Matei, thank you.
Francine,
I appreciate that. Who else is here?
Betcher's in here.
Ange
Let
Matei,
me see here.
Melissa.
Melissa.
Hi everybody. Let me read. Can't read and talk.
And
Okay.
I bet people, like they would, if it's anything like our church, we'll see most of you in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. This
We'll
is
just-
the
we'll
bell
be here
ring.
Just doing our thing.
I know. Maybe we could take a
Where we going?
question.
Hold on. First things first. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Hey, to children being asleep. Kind of. Two out of six are asleep.
A generous.
That's a third.
This guy.
A third of them are asleep. Fun fact, officing from home. Shawn does that kind of a lot, but recently, like today with recording something, he's like, could y'all just go to your bedroom and shut the door for 5 minutes? I'm like, sure, yeah, that sounds great. So it actually worked out well. We folded laundry in there and hung out. It's bringing the family closer together.
Very close together.
Yeah.
Sometimes too close.
Whew.
But that's not just us. Like the whole arrangement with the coronavirus is, we know, like bringing the whole family home constantly, and like our neighbors are telling us that they're on conference calls and they have to like make sure they don't have conference calls at the same time because they're both working at home. Somebody's got to have the kids when the other's on the conference call
they
or the
have
video thing.
2 littles at home
Oh,
now, and
golly.
everybody's juggling a lot. It's kind of cool though. I think there's some benefits to like. I know we're kind of more screen time, but also, I don't know, less screen time for like leisure.
Well, and
'cause
it's
people don't
been
want
like
to be on it.
winter for the last like 4 days ago. It was still, we had like a get your winter clothes out kind of situation, and then it's like 82 degrees today.
And it's 82, so I'm gonna shut this fire off.
But no, it's good. Look,
I can't.
look
I'm
how
so
nice
hot.
this is. Here, I'll even.
I feel like raising a hand for all the.
All right, we can turn it off, but I think it's really. I
It-
think
it's nice.
once we turn off
Here,
the fire,
compromise.
it's
Hang on.
this whole live stream situation is gonna tank.
Watch.
People are gonna bail.
Watch what's gonna happen right here. I don't know if you can see.
Or here is our first rodeo, so we don't
This
know.
is like
Oh
my
my
peace
gosh.
offering. We have a
Yeah,
little
the table
candlelight
group. These are the
there.
Our special
This is our table group candle
thing, yeah.
that we light that the Morgan
just
and
put it
Walter
right.
brought over. When we have
Stokes
table
is-
group, it's a blessed candle.
Boom.
Okay, let's get to some of these questions.
Yeah.
Who cares about what we have to say? I feel like let's.
And even Alex told us that we're supposed to talk about some like important things.
And also, this is like, I will just say. This
What's up, Father Shawn? You
Hey,
see
Father
that?
Shawn.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Oh, is your wife
Black and
there?
natural in Jerusalem. I'm gonna guess that's Tanya. Am I right? That's a pretty good guess. Oh, it was 91 today.
We can't see the fire, so I vote turn it off. Yay!
Oh, come on,
okay.
Melissa,
Thank
whatever.
you, Melissa.
Okay, this is the way I can already guess this is the way it's going to go. So I'm just going to call it out. If there is kind of a disagreement here, all the ladies are going to be, on Michelle's side, and then all the guys, to spite me, will be on Michelle's side.
Sounds great.
Whatever.
I'm a peacemaker. I'm not trying to cause a fight, but I want to see what's up here on the. There's like a lot of comments, and
Oh
I'm
my
not. Quick.
gosh.
What's y'all's favorite places in Austin?
Well, so first off,
Okay.
I need a little bit of structure. This
Okay.
just feels like
I don't know.
we're breathing on the telephone, which I cannot stand.
Yeah.
If you've ever been on the phone with me or you write an email, it's like, what's the point? Let's go.
This was also my experience in our
Hey.
dating life.
So what are we doing here? I think so. What we're supposed to be doing here is chatting with you all, and though we can't be together, just to have some familiar voices and faces and interact as much as we can. For instance, I think the reason we're doing this is because all of us being on like a Zoom call where everyone's like talking over each other is totally impossible. So this is like what you're supposed to do. This is what the kids are doing. I don't know.
We're not cool enough to know,
I
but
don't
we're
know.
trusting
Alex
Alex
knows this
Gray.
Let's not throw anybody under the bus.
I'm
We don't need to
throwing
name
Alex under
names.
the bus.
Who is responsible for this experiment, this social experiment? But Alex. No, it's fine. It's great. So what are we doing though? Besides just being able to have you all in our living room and hang out a little bit, have a drink.
Thanks for coming over.
We're having one of our kind of favorites in the evening is an old fashioned with Old Forester bourbon or Bullet bourbon. It's fantastic. But you should get something to drink if whatever your choice is, wine, non-alcoholic stuff, totally cool too. Please grab a Topo Chico or whatever it is your thing is. And get comfortable because
Feel
we're going to
free
be
not
here
to
for
clean your house because you don't have to be really
real.
present
We should do
except
this
for.
But get
mistakes.
comfortable because we got to be here. I think Alex told us we have to keep this running for 2 hours.
What? Are you for reals?
I don't know.
We're gonna answer some questions to help that.
We're going to move
Awkward
along there.
silence.
No, it won't be awkward at all. Nothing awkward about this. We could talk about
This
stuff.
feels so natural.
Yeah, and not at all. We're rookies. All right. Alex sent me some stuff somewhere to talk about things, and I don't know where they are. So Alex, maybe.
There's like Alex has a
Yeah,
list.
he
for
told
you?
me make sure you do this.
Okay, well I'm gonna fill
And I
this in with
seriously
the
haven't
first
looked
question
at
that's
it.
up here. What are y'all's favorite places in Austin?
Ooh.
That's hard for me. Well, it's not hard for me.
First of all, I miss places in Austin. Really, going outside and being at places. Y'all, I miss Stout House. I miss going in there and seeing everybody and working there. Man, I miss that. I never, we take for granted these little things.
Yes.
We never think we'd go without. I miss being able to text my brother and be like, hey, you at the shop? Can I get a latte? Just going to get mail and running into strangers, or I just miss kind of the things I never thought I would be missing. I really do miss that.
I do not miss the morning schedule.
Oh man, for sure.
Although the children are here all day, which
For
is great.
sure.
I am not cut out for homeschool with this
Email.
many
Got it.
age spans. But it makes me appreciate our teachers and all they do.
Seriously.
But I do not miss the everybody up and at 'em and out the door by 7:15.
It feels like
So
4 in the
that's-
morning every time, and our children look at us like,
Why
why
are you
would
doing
people
this
do
to
this
me?
to children? And I look at them and I think, they didn't do this to me. I don't know. It's Texas.
They need to start
Like,
later. Our school hours right now have been 9
Awful.
to noon.
I think it's abusive in some ways.
Anyway.
That's a strong word. Anyways. Okay, wait. So here it is. I found it.
Okay.
So update, church, family, etc. Okay, I'm gonna take a stab at that. So you guys have probably noticed that Res and every other church and organization on the planet is all over the internet. I think there's some things to say here. One, yeah, we're working really hard to bring forward the beauty of our worship life together. And I think Stephen Gunter and Alex Stephen's done all the video production. Alex done all this like behind the scenes tech stuff that makes all that possible. And our whole staff's kind of pulled together in really incredible ways. And what we really wanted to do was, because the beauty and kind of the experience, the smells of our liturgy, it's just such a big part of being together. So we wanted to bring that forward, and I think they've done like an incredible job doing that. So I hope you guys have been enjoying that. You know, while we're at it, sorry for my semi-awkward little wooden teleprompter experiment with the sermon this week. Look, y'all, okay, first of all,
I'm gonna move this.
that's a different ball game, preaching from doing anything from a teleprompter with nobody out there looking at a camera. I'm getting a little more used to it, but can I give you a teaser though? I was there for Ryan's sermon this week.
Ryan's preaching.
Ryan
bring
Betcher's
it.
preaching, and it
Yes.
was so good. I was like, man, this guy, he gets up there the first time, and it's just like, I was like, man, you were practicing in the mirror or something, because it was really good.
That's
so
awesome.
look forward to that. But anyways, our team's pulled together, and we're trying to bring our worship life into our living rooms and in some kind of creative
I've
ways.
enjoyed the
It's been
different
different.
like
It's been weird.
perspective at the table and
Oh,
just
yeah.
being able to be up close and see things that I wouldn't normally see in my crazy row of children. We still have, it's funny because I thought, oh, this will be so much easier at home. Sean is still
We're
not
still
here
yelling
in
at
the
our
morning.
kids.
I'm still like, let's get to church. We gotta get upstairs. We gotta hit play.
You will get to church on time, and you will love Jesus.
I know, but
We don't say that
The
for the
littles
record.
are like able
Right.
to play in the room upstairs, while like the more from Braylon on up are able to like be present.
Oh my
and I'm
gosh.
like, stand up. I'm still having to do the same thing, so it's just some funny little surprises I think that are
Yeah, that's been kind of fun.
yes. Should we take some questions? Are there more things?
Well,
from
let me get through these updates real quick.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, we can.
updates.
I mean, we've got like 2 hours to kill. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So,
I
anyways, where I'm getting
apologize.
with this is we're like really online these days, which is a really bizarre move for us to kind of have to make in some ways. When earlier this year we called like, hey, Sabbath life this year, y'all. Like, let's unplug and create space and open up our lives to God, be renewed in rest, and like become a people of rest for the sake of others. So first of all, I think God is a genius in calling that shot for us. I still think it's like right on. And in this moment that we're in with having to be online, we just kind of have to rethink how to do that, right? And so as you notice, like you guys heard about Discord, which is like basically imagine our church lobby, everyone kind of running in, bumping into each other, except for no pour over coffee bar. Sorry about that. We could probably make a channel of people.
Seth will deliver, I think, doorstep.
Yeah,
I don't know. if
Yeah,
that's
they're
true.
still delivering
I
or
feel like-
something. Anyways, but it's like this place for us to all get together and run into each other. That isn't Facebook. That isn't like we just want to sell out to the social media platforms.
It's
whatever.
like a common watering hole
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
yeah.
situation. You can check in for a time and then
It's super cool.
that's all. Yeah,
It's been surprisingly cool. And in fact, the creative space, there's a channel for like creative things going on, has become all about gardening. So I think we should rename that to like, agricultural thingies. I don't know. That's creative. I'm not saying it's not. It's just like it's a gardening thing. It was a gardening takeover. That's fine.
whatever.
No, you should see it. It's great. It's cool. What I'm saying is I'm not bagging on that.
You're bagging.
I'm not at all.
I'm hearing that as
Okay.
baggage.
in the
My 9 is like,
depths of my heart, I'm not bagging. I just like, this is how our church does creative stuff.
on that
It's gardening.
note, if there is like a common thread of like interests, we could create a channel for that for people who are interested, or like I don't know what you call them. What's the technical term, Alex? But
web
a
spaces.
category,
Interweb
a space, yeah, where people
spaces.
can interact on like specific things, so you don't have to, if you don't want to.
It's a space for me. It's like it's my space.
Oh my gosh.
That was okay. We'll
Something-
cut that on the replay.
Okay.
So anyways, here's what I want to say though about that.
Discord.
It's like with all the tools that we're doing and all the communication we're doing, if you are feeling like, oh man, this is awful,
Overwhelmed.
and this is like not helpful to my soul. None of this is required. This is just, we're trying to open up some spaces to connect with each other.
Yes.
Because we can't see each other. But if none of this is like you have to do it, and if any of this feels like it's interfering or working against the grain of you having pursuing that Sabbath life with God, can I tell you, just don't do it. Like, please don't do it. That's totally acceptable. And we'll find other ways to connect. But so, anyways, there's that. There's Discord. There's online services. Oh! Did I tell you about this? You probably don't even know about this.
I'm like reading some of these questions, which are funny. I'm trying. Brooke, what's up, girl?
So check it out. When we started
Thanks,
the
Sorry.
fundraiser thing early on, we were like, you know what? Let's raise $1,000 for the Austin Food Bank. I haven't even checked today because I have to check daily because it's crazy. But we raised like $4,000. Last I heard, which is crazy.
That's nuts.
Way to go!
I
You
think
guys are
that's
awesome.
great.
I was like super proud. Anyways, there's probably other things. I'll think of it later. What do we got? Let's do some things.
There's a lot.
Okay,
and
sorry,
we've
y'all.
been talking a long time.
Oh.
Sorry, I can say that.
I think we're gonna have a fight live on the internet.
Probably.
For the first time
We'll
ever.
call it like I don't know what. Do we just go in order here? Do I,
I don't
skip
know.
down to
I don't know how this.
sing the
like
Fresh
too many
Prince
screens
of
in
Bel Air song? Go. What do you
There
miss
once
about
was a story. Who is this? Who said this?
Ange. Wait, there once. Wait, how does it go? We're so old and I haven't seen it in a long time. Life got flipped, turned upside down. I like to take a minute, just sit right here. I'll tell you how to get something up.
Dice in the mirror is in somewhere in there. I don't know.
Okay, we're moving
All
on.
right, what else? We tried.
What do you miss about California? Probably I miss my family the most, and the ocean. Secondly,
Yeah.
Those are the two things I miss, and the woods.
The woods, y'all.
Northern California.
trees.
Let's differentiate northern.
That's true, because Southern California is a whole desert.
Yes. What are your favorite things about each other? Ooh. Gotta think I might need a drink
hold
for
on.
that.
So many things. Too many things to even begin.
This is all buying time.
No, this just feels, I don't know. It's like feels like in our living room a little bit.
About our favorite things about each other?
Yeah. There's too many things. That's a weird, I mean, how are we supposed to answer that?
Okay, maybe we won't.
I mean, let's do it.
Favorite things about each other.
That's super awkward.
I know.
Y'all, you have to understand, we have like been in love for what?
Since
30 years?
we were both 16 when we met.
Gosh.
And dated like when I was 17. He was 16. Yes, I am older and wiser and needed a younger man to keep up.
Yeah.
So we've made it through all those years together. Yeah, I am thankful that you're in my life. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be quarantined with this human, which is great.
It could be worse.
I don't know.
I think we're having a good time though.
I know.
Right? Yeah, it's been fun.
I love that you make coffee every morning and make me a cup and like, you go, I'm like, thank you, yes. And then when he's not here, it really is super sad.
She has to
have to do it
FaceTime me
myself.
to see,
Like, how do
so I
I
can
work
teach her how
this?
to make coffee.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true. Okay.
Well, hold up.
Okay,
I get
you
to
can-
like I love
I'm
the
listening.
way you like mother our family. That's like way you lead our family that way as a mother is like super amazing. And I see it's cool. You probably have this experience, y'all, but you see how your kids are taking on traits of your spouse or of like your other family members. You're like, that's so good. What you love about other family members, you start seeing in your kids. That's super cool. So yeah, I love that.
Shawn is thankfully the fun in our family, which people could probably guess that. Not that I'm not fun, but I'm like thrive with structure and like a little bit of control and like chaos is hard for me sometimes. Imagine that with 6 kids. But I appreciate that he brings kind of the fun factor where
This feels a little like couples counseling.
maybe, but I appreciate that
But that's
anyway.
fine.
Nonetheless,
We certainly need that.
you
I'm
know, it's
sure we
bedtime
can
and we're
go.
gonna have a wrestle or session or dance party sort of fun. So it's
Heck yeah, man.
you know.
Sometimes you got to dance it out.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have dance parties with their family? This is a total norm in the McCain household.
Yes.
Like if you don't own a subwoofer, I just don't know how you do it. You know, like gosh.
Yes.
If you don't have a subwoofer and you feel stressed all the time, buy a subwoofer. Subwoofer is the big speaker. It's the bass.
Okay.
In case you didn't.
Let's see.
move
Shareable
on.
acts of angsty teenage rebellion. That's from Francine.
What?
I could name
Francine?
Sean's probably.
What? Wait, what was the
Like
question?
orange hair.
Oh, man.
Shareable acts of angsty teenage rebellion.
I like how she puts shareable.
Can everybody see these questions?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Great. That's great. Okay. I'm just trying to go down the list.
And like,
as to
by the
not
way,
pick
this
and
goes.
choose.
This mouse right here works.
Oh,
How do you do this?
I don't know. I was just.
Is this
scrolling.
frozen? Oh, there it goes.
No.
Dude, look, there's a zillion comments.
I know. That's why I was like.
Oh
I'm
my
trying
gosh.
To read
What's
it.
up, Candace?
Keep
I
up.
didn't see Candace is on here. Bliss, Brooke.
Candace said, "I thought Sunday service was awesome."
What?
A lot of people made that happen.
For sure.
That I'm thankful for.
It's not going to be 2 hours, y'all. Don't worry. That's good.
Okay.
David, hormones
Drink
are on.
faster, beat stars.
Abe. Oh, boy. I miss you, Abe. Miss all these people. This is kind of less. This is less weird than I thought it was going to be.
Tanya, I'm still working, but I popped in with my Moscato to say hi. Love you all. Love you too, Tanya.
Oh, Tanya.
Thank you, Eric, for deaconing like on
Duke.
one of the services there. That was really
Eric.
cool. Enjoyed that.
Man. Yeah, we have 2 deacons. That's amazing. We had 0 deacons. Now we got 2. Pretty awesome. Oh, y'all, huge news for the McCain household. This is a really big deal. Is this public? Can we share this?
What I don't know what you're about to share, so I'm a little scared, but
Well, maybe I should just drag it
wanna,
out for
like-
dramatic effect.
this happens to me all the time, y'all.
No, this is a really big deal.
Sean, let's
I
talk
mean,
about
this is like a centerpiece of our
Oh my
life that has
gosh.
changed as a family.
Is this about children?
No.
Okay. I'm like,
Is it?
no.
I'm like, oh, hold up.
No, I'm thinking
The
of
reason
like,
we brought you all here out live. Oh my gosh,
gosh.
you imagine.
No.
Oh man. Yeah. We have 2 balloons. One with pink confetti and one with blue confetti.
Stop. No, we don't.
Okay.
No.
No.
Not that I'm opposed to that. I'm just saying, like, that's not true.
To be continued. No, the big news is we got a new trash can.
Oh, that's true.
And that's a really big deal.
That's funny. In my mind, I was thinking we got our 2 toddlers to sleep in the same room, and that's a big deal.
That's a big deal too, actually.
We should show you. There's a little camera over here on them, but they've been doing so good. I'm so excited. Trash can, yes, that's important.
No, it's great.
We had this trash can. A little shout out to Simple Human. Is that who does our trash can?
Should we give shout outs unless we get
Oh no,
like a cutoff? Like,
endorsements.
yeah, no.
Okay, I'm just saying.
No, but here's the thing. It's
we
like,
had a trash can for 12 years and it
Yeah.
finally broke.
oh, by the way, our new one came and it had a 10-year warranty.
I saw that, and I thought, oh,
And ours
interesting.
broke in 12 years.
I know.
It's not bad.
And I remember Sean telling me, "Oh man, that's a lot for that trash can. Why are trash cans so expensive?"
We bought that when we could not afford that one.
We were in Sacramento when we bought that,
And it was like,
but
what?
now
For
we
a
bought
trash can?
another one because 12 years investment. It's like cents a day, probably less than that. So, okay.
You calculate it per day. That's great. How do you even? Can you do this?
I don't know. We're trying to see your questions, guys.
That might be. That's not the biggest, Ryan.
That might be. It
Please.
is Ryan.
Come
We
on.
should have said twins or something. No.
Gosh, poor bitches.
We probably
But
wouldn't.
Babies are so cute.
I know.
That's a lot of work.
Well, yeah.
Oh, there's another thing I'm supposed to tell you guys.
I'll read questions while you do
Okay.
that. We'll multitask.
How's quarantine been with the
Hormones.
family? Yeah, the hormones are on.
I didn't see that.
What's up, Dave and Jamie? How-
She said Jamie. Parentheses.
Oh, right. How's quarantine been with the family?
Oh, who said that?
I mean, that's
from Alex?
Alex wants us to talk about that,
Oh, quarantine.
and he also wants to talk about why are we doing this?
Okay.
I don't know, man. You told me to.
We're trying to
Why
connect.
you want me to ask?
So
okay.
our quarantines have been a little different because I think
Oh,
we
we did
didn't actually. There's a little fruit fly. Anybody having fruit fly issues in their house? I know it's kind of cool when you get it, but we've been letting our kids hang out with neighbor kids that we know are also quarantined that have been the same amount of quarantined as we are. So that would be 2 boys and 1 girl across the street, and so they've been like playing. Not social distancing with that.
Why would you even write us out like that?
Because it's
We're
true.
trying to take the we
We
are
take it
taking
serious.
it very seriously.
It's a calculated risk.
We should say big words like herd immunity and science and stuff. and then people will leave us alone. No, it is actually super important.
But quarantine's been going
Try to flatten the curve, y'all. Hashtag flatten the curve.
Okay, but we've been doing okay, I think.
No, I've been doing great. I wash my hands all the time.
There's been some logistics, but it's been good.
But the hardest thing is not touching your face.
I know.
Especially when you think like this. I'm not going to do it, but I'll do it, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
I haven't gone grocery shopping really. I've been like curbside or home delivery with HEB, which has been tricky. But I mean, I feel like people are panicking about groceries, which is interesting. I think we just want some sense of control, maybe, is the thing. But we're doing great. I feel like we're like exercising. We're getting out in the sunshine. We're trying to do some version of using our brain for 3 hours in the day, like structured using our brain. We've been doing morning prayer as a family, which has been really...
Okay, but can we tell the truth about this?
Oh, the morning prayer the other... Well, this is when you came with the morning
I know,
prayer.
y'all. Sometimes I'm not a great dad.
No, you're a good dad.
No, we have
you
our
have
things.
different expectations.
I just think sometimes... I knew when I grew up in the church, and my dad was a pastor, and I knew that everybody thought, like, we were so, put together and never had problems. We got problems, y'all.
We got so many
problems. just as an anecdote, like, we're praying morning prayer, and I'm showing our kids, like, look, here's how you need to stand, like, you just need to stand and, like, not roll your eyes and be like, ugh, whatever. And there's, like, a weird fine line about what you want your kids to pray because they want to pray.
You want them to be reverent and know what they're doing.
But at the same time, you also just need, like, so we had this talk. Like, look, I know you don't want to pray sometimes. I don't want to pray sometimes. But you need to pray, like, because God is actually worth you talking to. He gave you air in your lungs. Aren't you happy you got another day? Like that kind of stuff. I'm trying to like convince our kids,
I know,
even when they don't feel like it, to pray. And then
we
one
straight
of our
up
kids
stood like this, like two rows,
antiphonal, like face to face.
And then
and one of our kids was like, ugh, just kind of like, and I was like, just get out then. Get out. And it was been bad.
I was like, no.
I was like, no, come back in. I don't want you to get out. Michelle looks at me like, what are you doing?
Like, just come back in. We need to have some patience and grace in this time of, like, everybody's handling things different. Even our kids, I think.
Yeah. So if you hear this, like, it's not easy. It's not easy to do this with kids. Or it's not easy to do it alone. Like, personally, it's hard to do. Let alone getting others with you to do it. So parents with kids, you're trying to lead prayers and stuff. My tips, keep it short, keep it sweet, sing a ton.
We just do the family morning prayer now.
Yeah, and like...
And we leave some space for them to process and pray too. Sorry.
But no, you're good. Our kids, they're fun. They're great.
They're doing good. We're doing good.
Yeah, next question. Will you show us the trash can? Give me a second.
There are frequent dance parties at the Hormuth house. Yes, love that. Ooh, the trash can.
So this here is the X3000 model, and it has the side. So we actually did some thinking because all the foot pedal trash cans, they always break because our kids destroy everything. Everything
nice in our life.
They destroy everything in our life.
But they're amazing.
They're great. This here is the, why don't you explain it?
Well, we used to have a handle on this side. But where we have it, where it fits in our kitchen, it made more sense to have the push button here. And we noticed online that they now have a push button on this side. So ready?
This is like serious product placement right
Which
here.
is interesting. Nobody, when they came in our house before, knew how to work the trash can. And I'm like, people, it's just a little push button. But it used to be like right here, actually on that side. But
so this works. Look at this. Now, but here's what's nice
about this. There might be some
this.
diaper smells in there. We might want to.
Here's the thing, though. This steel right here, when kids like get their boogers all over it, and just you would not believe the stuff on.
I can't believe we're showing our trash can right now.
You would not believe it, y'all. Yo, check this out. This is like space technology that resists smudges and stuff. I don't know how they do it.
I see a little bit of smudge.
Ask
I don't know.
the science people.
Okay.
There it is, and it's got a nice little
Space
handle
metal.
on the back. You can just like, so when you're on a live stream, you need to like bring out the trash cans. Bam. Bam.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna read some of these more. There are so many to read. I can't do this. I can do this.
We gotta keep it way more interactive, or else these people are gonna bail on us. Cause
it's okay if they bail. It's okay.
it's okay
Which
if you
kid
bail.
is your
You got
favorite? Ange Matei. Sean says.
I'll tell you, it's the tiniest one. It's Elliot.
Sean tells
Next question.
each littlest one of our family for like a whole year that they're his favorite.
That is true.
Which I think builds
But
like
objectively, you're going to say
security in
she's
them.
not the best, though.
She right now is pretty sweet.
she's
She's
pretty
like so cute. She like would be an amazing only child because she just like pretends well on her own, and she's really sweet. She's at a really sweet age right now. Yeah, she's a good kid. But we love them all the same.
In theory, you're supposed to. Oh, snap. We missed a bunch here. Okay,
Okay.
hold on. We're going to try and get...
We're going to read because you can't read and
these
talk.
comments.
I wish y'all could chime in, actually.
Love our church, Abe says. Bro, I love our church, too. Can we just talk about that for a second?
Yes, I love our church.
I love our church. I miss our church.
This makes me appreciate our church in a sense of missing people. Like, I just feel like, man, I want to hang out with people and sit with them and see everybody in the lobby and check in.
I feel like when we get back, we need a whole Sunday where everyone just, like, brings a hammock, and let's just all chill at the church all day and catch up.
Maybe we should just consolidate, like, baptisms, Easter,
like straight marathon,
everything into one.
Dude, I'll do morning prayer.
Potluck.
We'll do noonday. We'll do some evening prayer. No, we don't need to do tons of liturgy. But wouldn't it just be nice to like
be with people,
hang out, not be in a rush, order some food?
Yes.
Anyways,
Okay.
where we at? Go
Thank
down.
you,
Here, you
Stephen
use this
and
right here. I got a
Ellie.
little thing right here.
Oh, you have I keep reaching over. Sorry, I did this on the catechism call. Sean wasn't home yet. He was at the church celebrating
there it goes.
Eucharist on his own. And I was trying to get into the catechism. Sean's the techie person in our family. So I'm like, trying to figure out the video and my phone and then get it on his computer. And it was a little bit of a learning curve. So be patient with yourself. I say that for all the people like me. Learning these new forums like Discord, which I downloaded and I have the app and I'm trying to engage with, but it's
we're
also
not all Alex, okay?
it's
And
not
we know that.
intuitive for me, all these things. But I'm there and I'm trying.
We're not all Alex, but you need an Alex though.
Yeah.
When
I
the
think so.
apocalypse happens, everybody's like, "Where's Alex?" Right? So thank you, Alex. Melissa loved the trash can.
The trash can.
Situation.
Small things.
Man, that made that's like a big part of this.
Trash
live stream.
can reviews. I need new trash can. Hey, I can sell you on this trash can.
What kind of leftovers in your fridge? Ooh. That's
you
a
should
deep
go
cut.
show him my. Wait, what does that mean? What do you mean a deep cut?
It means it's like a track on the record that a lot of people don't get to. It's like a deep cut in the record.
Oh.
So like that's a really
I thought you were talking about like the first cut is the
kind of
deepest.
precision kind of cut.
Who sings that?
First cut is the deepest. Baby, I know.
I don't know who sings that, but that's what it
Is it
reminded
the
me of.
cut or?
No, okay. I had a little bit of a like improvisation with our leftovers tonight. We had sausage potato soup, like sweet and golden and red potato soup with peppers and stuff in there. But I put the leftovers in a pitcher. I had this thought tonight because it never fits in like a Tupperware. It's like too much.
Let me get it.
So I put it in a pitcher so we could just pour it in a bowl. And I thought, this is amazing.
Looks disgusting.
It does look disgusting. Sorry. But it tastes amazing. It
So,
does.
before I pull this into frame, little caveat. Every time I open the fridge, I know she just ordered from HEB, and there's tons of food that comes into this house.
Sean expects a hamburger to pop out.
No, I don't. Well, I do. I mean, it would be nice. I'm just saying.
There's no food.
There's a ton of food that comes in all the time. And then like the HEB order comes, everybody's unloading, and we're like good to go. I'm not kidding. 15 minutes goes by, you hear the kids in the kitchen, they're gone after like one meal. I come in to grab some, open the fridge. There's like a cheese stick and some moldy sour cream
No.
in the back of the fridge. There's nothing left. They're just like scavengers. They're like raccoons, our kids. They just eat everything. And then
Okay, I saw this
so
really...
we just found out our kids are hiding food from other kids in our family.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, Maddie, like, there was this one bagel left that I know she really liked. So there was this bagel wrapped up and, like, in the back corner of the fridge. And I said, Madison McCain, did you put this back here so nobody else would eat it until you got to it tomorrow? And she was like, maybe. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
So we're like, you're hiding. Mateo hid some cereal.
I know. He
His
hates
favorite cereal
the
from the other girls
like,
because they'll just.
he just wants to have more than one bowl.
I'm like, I get it. All right, so here it is. Look at this.
This looks disgusting.
This,
But
y'all.
it's really good.
What is this? Who does this though?
It tastes good. Go put it away.
Okay.
It,
This is, like,
hey,
cathartic.
everybody ate it. Everybody ate it. Speaking of food, if anybody needs food out there, happy to drop some at your doorstep. Even if it's like a leftover bowl of soup in a Tupperware. So I'm pretty sure everybody's getting groceries, but if they're not, like, seriously, I'm serious. Like, please let us know.
Cheryl Crow, Francine says.
Ooh, Francine!
That's a deep cut, Francine. Way to go.
Okay. Shawn, tell us about being biracial.
Who said that?
Francine.
Man, that's another. Geez,
Okay, I'm gonna read you. Oh yeah, there's a mouse. Okay.
Y'all, I think being biracial. So, everybody that I tell, I'm like, oh, I'm Mexican. They're like, you're not Mexican. Even my cousins sometimes give me a hard time about this. But
Because you're not Mexican enough.
well, yeah, I don't know. Okay, my name is Sean Patrick McCain. Like, I remember.
Screams
whatever.
Mexican
I got stories like
heritage.
for days. I'm super grateful to be biracial. I'm like really grateful for that. For my parents, it was like a really hard thing, Like at first, my mother's Mexican, my dad is white, and in El Paso, Texas, that was for their family. So I wasn't saying anything of consequence. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I read something. I was totally not
I'm
listening.
talking about.
I know.
Golly.
Melissa and
Bottom
Alex
line
said
is tough, but it's great.
Melissa and Alex have our trash can.
Oh,
And
really?
it's 6 years and counting. Okay, move
Does
on.
Sean ever cook? Come on, Brooke. You know I do. She said coffee earlier.
Okay, coffee.
We've already moved on from this
He
point.
does. He can make a mean ice cream
Cereal,
cone, which he made one for me
ice
last
cream
night,
cones.
unannounced, that I was happy to have, but
What else
also
can I
was
make?
not wanting.
I used to make mac
I
and
ate
cheese,
it.
but now Maddie makes mac and cheese, so we just have her make it. Y'all don't want me cooking.
Okay, biracial. Go back. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. So a lot of you may not know this about me, but my grandmother is Maria Isaura. That was her name, Tires, and she was that side of my family is Mexican, and she was a nun in San Antonio at the Convent of the Incarnate Word. And long story short, I think she got injured or had a sickness. She had to leave the convent. Met my grandfather, who, anyways, it's a crazy story. They get together and have 14 kids, y'all. So I have a billion cousins, and they're awesome. I love my cousins. We got a big Mexican family in Texas. It's pretty amazing. So what's it like to be biracial? Man, it's super cool. Super cool. Yeah?
I'm reading, so don't.
Oh yeah,
don't
she's
look at
not
me
paying attention.
I can't. Okay, I can multitask,
all right.
but I can't
That's all right.
read and pay attention. What's your favorite drink? What's your alcoholic or non-alcoholic? I don't know. Maybe both. Shawn likes horchata a lot.
Y'all.
Like if he can get
That is the test of
or
a
Thai
true,
iced tea.
like taqueria, right? Is like, do you have horchata? Do you?
Does it have the little scoop with like the thing?
Oh,
and
y'all, so good.
know, it's
Did you
good.
filter it through a sock? Because it's kind of like the way you do it, You didn't know that.
Maybe
Fun
that's the
fact.
way Shawn does it. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways,
What's your favorite alcoholic drink? Probably whiskey,
bourbon or something. Yeah.
Bourbon.
What about you?
I like gin that's not a drink, that's like a type of alcohol. Alex made really sweet drinks before with that ingredient that were amazing. I don't remember what they're called. We drink a lot of sparkling water in our house, but just the HEB brand, and I like lemon or lime.
We drink a lot of
or
sparkling
black
water.
We do.
A ton of sparkling
Yeah.
water. How many sparkling waters you drink every day? You
I
think?
don't know, but I feel like I'm hydrating, and it's like
Does it count?
water. Yeah, I think it's healthy, right, guys?
I
Right?
think.
Speaking of, I can go grab one from the fridge and show you.
That's
Again, another
somebody
like
smart like David,
endorsement
you would
for another endorsement for like a brand. We
Yeah,
can
I
just
know.
show it on the screen.
Um,
I don't know if this is legal. Is that okay?
Hey, funny convergence of stories though. Have y'all ever heard how we ended up here in Austin? Because I was thinking about the biracial thing, your favorite drink thing. So check it out. Quick story. I was out here for a family reunion. Never mind. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Some of these comments. Jamie, looking forward to the McCain's pitcher soup. Copyright
Patent-
pending at
copyright
the
pending.
next potluck. That's awesome.
We should totally do that.
Our
in
people
a
are
pitcher.
so funny. I know. I'm gonna
You
do
should.
it.
Y'all,
It's
let's do a
on now,
potluck, and you
Jamie.
have to bring whatever you cook in a pitcher.
Pitcher of soup.
Pitcher potluck.
Pitcher of chili.
That's
Pitcher.
gonna
It's like an easy pour. No COVID-19.
Yeah.
You don't like
no
interact
ladles,
with the.
no kids
You're not
reaching
like
in there with their
licking the
mitts, just
spoon.
contaminating things.
Okay. Wait. What were we talking about?
Oh, so how did we end up here in Austin?
Yes.
Y'all, this is a crazy story actually, and I don't know. I'm like not great at telling stories. I should tell more stories. Maybe I don't know.
You should.
Maybe people who aren't good at telling stories shouldn't tell more stories. You know what I mean? So I have a huge family in Texas, right? And we were out here for a family reunion. I was happily assistant priesting at a church that we planted in Santa Cruz, California, surfing my heart out. Y'all, it was just the people. It was like so great. We were just fine. One day we came home from Santa Cruz, from church in Santa Cruz one Sunday. And we had services in the evening, so we came home and we had a bottle of wine, and we opened up a bottle of wine. We said, "Hey, cheers! We came here a couple years ago to plant this church, and look, we did it right out of seminary. Before seminary, I was at Hewlett Packard, and we left that job, moved down to LA. It was like a crazy story. So coming to that point where we were like, look, we didn't die. We helped plant a church. It was incredible, and kind of immediately when we clanked glasses, I felt this. I don't know if you felt this. It's kind of sinking feeling like, oh, great, what's next? Not that there needed to be something next, but it felt like God was stirring something, and that was not great. It didn't feel great.
Well, it didn't feel great because we
were in love with our church, with the town. It was just great. So fast forward to a family reunion. We're minding our own business, but I'm out here for a family reunion, and I'm out with one of my 80, Mexican cousins out here. My primas, Tiffany and Tammy, and we were at this place on South First, which is since gone. It's across the street from the Bolden Creek Cafe. Had that squid on the side. It's changed a few hands, but anyways, it used to be this like little Mexican eatery kind of place. It's fantastic. So we were having a margarita at the bar. And I'm sitting on the bar stool, seriously minding my own business, and I really felt like it just sounds crazy when you say it, but I don't know how else to say it, but kind of this like shove from the Lord, from the Holy Spirit saying, here's what I want. Here's my peace. My peace is here. And it meant like here in South Austin. And
peace has been a big part of
and
your
peace
story.
has always been
with getting to Santa Cruz and with getting to seminary.
Leaving Hewlett Packard.
Those are other stories, but I'm just saying.
I could tell you guys stories about peace all day long. So anyways, we're in South Austin, and I had this kind of experience, was just like, I don't have a ton of those experiences, but it was really profound. And I said, okay, Lord, like, I'm open to that. So I came home and I told Michelle, and your reaction was like, what?
Francine
Are you reading comments again?
Francine said, okay, read Francine's comment.
Just enough wine? Wait, what?
LOL, so you're here because you had just enough wine.
Oh, come on. No,
it was a margarita.
No, so it was this margarita. It was great.
Get the right kind of spirit. I'm just kidding.
So I came home and told Michelle all that, and she was like, man, I don't know. I don't know. And I felt the same way. And so we went to the church, and we were like, look, I think we need to be open to this. And they were even like, Rob and our vestry, they're like, no way.
Like that? No.
But the thing is, then we all kind of collectively remembered, oh, yes, that's right. When we planted this church, our bishop and the archbishop, it's like really gave us a shove and said, guys, get after it. Plant churches. Don't just get comfortable. Keep planting churches. Todd patted us on the back like minutes after being ordained to the priesthood and was like, okay, I want you guys to plant this church and set a goal for planting 2 more churches in the next 5 years. And we thought he was crazy. But Austin ended up being the second of those 2 church plants out of that church. And one was Gary Ball in Asheville, North Carolina, Redeemer Asheville.
Yeah, we used to be Redeemer before we were
Santa
Resurrection.
Cruz, Redeemer Santa Cruz.
And they have the same logo, and we share a lot of
Yeah, so we all have
ideas.
we share the same logo. Anyways, but before we even really decided to venture out and do that, I made a call and I got a hold of Perry Kuhn, and Perry was like, I introduced myself because I called my buddy Scott, who's now a bishop. Congratulations, Scott. So I called Scott, and he said, you got to talk to Perry. So I talked to Perry, and Perry's like,
we didn't know anybody
we
in
didn't know
Austin
anybody
besides Sean's cousin.
So um, I was talking to Perry, and Perry said, "Hey, so I've been praying for 2 years that God would send a Mexican young Anglican church planter to South Austin." And I said, "Well, at the time I was a child, like 20. I was 31, maybe.
How old are we now?
I don't
feel
know.
like.
I was younger. Still Mexican at the
How
time
old
too.
are you?
37.
Okay.
So young. I was like, I checked all those
think you were
boxes, and I was
33.
like, man, I think I'm the one you've been praying for. And I told him, like, hey, here, I'm all those things. And he's like, well, let's get to work. So we planted this church. We started, and we didn't know anybody, and crazy, like, just it's incredible actually hearing the stories of how people got connected to Res. Like, I know the Folds. They got
Folds.
the Folds. What'd I say?
Folds.
Folds.
Everybody says Folds.
Okay.
F A U
I'm
L
sorry.
D S.
Bo Brooke, I'm sorry.
He knows
The
you and loves
Folds.
you, but I feel like
But
everybody says your last name wrong.
They
and I
drove
apologize.
down the street, saw our sign, and like, I don't know, let's check it out. And then there they are.
Yeah.
Like, so it's stories like that where I think God was in the work of things that brought us together. And we still come home thinking, how did this come together? And people ask me, like, hey, how do you plant churches? And I don't have great answers because I'm like, I don't know, man.
The
Like,
Lord.
yeah, God does.
He does
God
it.
makes churches.
And we need to, like, give glory to him because it's true.
Seriously, no
It's,
joke.
like, amazing. So thank you all for being
Anyways, I'll start it with
part
a
of our
glass
church.
of wine and a margarita.
I know, right? Oh, spirits. Lots of spirits.
Yeah,
Holy
there's lots of
Spirit.
spirits. The most
Tequila
important one.
spirit. Yeah, for real. It's true.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all out of
Are we all out of questions,
things to talk
guys?
about.
Let me peruse.
I wish I got like comments. I want to like Candace's comment. What did Candace say? Sparkling water is hydrating but bad for your bones?
Is it really?
But who
Why?
needs those really? Candace, why
We
you gotta be
need
like that?
bones in our body.
Let's just cut it off.
No, but the sparkling
end this
water.
live
Wait,
stream.
I'm gonna go get a can and like see
No,
the back of
it's-
it. It says like zero
Hey.
everything. Why is it bad for your bones? How can I say?
Yeah, no, we've been here long. Did you say 4 years? We've been here for like 5 going on to 6 years.
We had 2 kids here.
We have 2 children here. So, yeah. What do you guys want to talk about while she's gone? Do you have any questions? I'll answer anything. I'm an open book. Talk to me.
Let's ask them a question and make them.
She's back. So,
What are you saying?
sounds like Folds. Yeah, that's what I said.
Alds. Okay. Total fat 0, sodium 0, carbohydrate 0, sugar 0, protein 0.
Are we really reading
What?
nutrition facts?
No,
this
but
this
I'm
is
like,
up the new low.
Why is this bad for
I
my
think this means
bones?
we're failing live streaming.
I'm gonna drink this
Oh my
one. You can drink that one. And then we're gonna melt into a puddle of.
Has it been 50 minutes?
Whoa.
Whoa, y'all. It's time for bed. All right, let's like rapid
Is there
fire
anything
things
anybody
here.
else wants to talk about? Let's just
I'm
ask
down
that.
with that.
I'm gonna pour a little more
should
of
check.
this.
Because, oh, here we go.
Oh,
Nope, no one's, okay.
okay. How are y'all doing? That's what I really want to know, which is hard about this because it feels like we don't get to hear
I know.
about that. So that's what I would like to know. Favorite movie of all time?
That's
intense.
impossible.
I saw earlier your first movie you ever saw. I hear feet, and I think it might be Little People.
They're always around.
We had a date in the movie theater. Didn't we see Prince of
Oh,
Egypt?
it's so lame. It's such a lame first date story.
It
My
was
little
funny.
brother was with us.
Seth?
Steven.
Steven, okay. I don't remember.
Hey, Mateo. You can come say hi.
I know you should, Mateo. Say hi to the world. Oh, and
Oh,
another
here they
one.
come. Come on, y'all.
The movie must be over.
Okay, say hello to
Okay,
the
wait.
interwebs.
Favorite movie of all time. What's your favorite movie of all time? Kids. Let's blow this candle out. Feels like a fire hazard.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
These are flame retardant pajamas, though, so we're probably okay, but we'll just.
We got to think about those kind of things.
Yeah, we do. Okay. Speaking of thinking about those kinds of things,
Hey.
Madison, we took to the
Mateo.
doctor yesterday, and she had to get a tetanus shot because she sliced her foot open on some rusty metal. Just a day in the life. But continue on.
Tanya wants to know how the outtakes happen. That's
What are outtakes?
so when I was like messing around in front of the camera. Honestly,
Oh, yes.
Steven just keeps rolling, and
This was a surprise to me, Tanya, too, and
I'm
I
like,
enjoyed it.
Hey,
a lot.
we are all really tired, and we're just, you know how you get when you're kind of tired, you're just kind of goofy, and you're not thinking that there's a camera rolling in your face. And it's just weird. I don't know.
I don't think it's weird.
Know.
I think this is like a little glimpse into Shawn McCain, like non-priest mode.
I'm always in priest mode, woman.
Okay, well.
No, you be silly
that's your
and a priest.
silliness. You do that.
Yeah, we're silly.
Mateo, what do you have to say? How are you feeling about all of these things?
Hello, Rez.
Hello, interwebs.
Salutations.
Greetings and many blessings.
I don't know what's. I've been on like a live stream before.
I know, isn't it fun?
Braylon, is this your first time wearing unicorn pajamas on a live stream?
Yeah.
You're doing pretty well. All right, go to bed.
But it's not even. We're not done finishing.
Oh, hey.
Ooh, if you hold a listening party, what would you play? J-Views?
J-Views,
Oh, yeah,
for sure. I'd play you guys some
Ooh,
Bill Evans.
Jazz.
I can play it right now.
Yeah, you should.
I
For the second hour of this
Oh.
live stream.
Actually, just put some on.
Okay,
We'll
let me
do
do
that.
that. Let me
If
do
it's
that.
overwhelmingly
Let's go.
loud, we will.
Alex is telling us to wrap it up, so we're going to wrap it up with a little Bill Evans.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go. And for now, I'm just gonna be daddy. Oh, daddy. I said, hey. Hey, you're not daddy. Get off. Shoot. Shoot, shoot.
She's pretending to be. How does Dad act? Give us your best impression of Father Shawn.
Many rest.
You guys.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's good. Well, we digress, y'all.
Really? I step out and you guys let this live stream die?
We do.
How come we're on this side? No, wait.
All right,
that
seriously,
side,
get out of here and go to
that-
bed.
All right, yep. You guys
that
need to go.
side, but we're on this side.
Love you guys.
Get. Love you. Peace out. All
Parent.
right, for real, I think Alex has a note for me. Hey, by the way, I was curious. You guys, did you see? We have a crazy graphics design situation on our hands here. Did you see these?
I did.
These are.
What was your vote? I liked the.
This was a tribute to Jimi Hendrix,
Masterpiece
right? That one.
Theater one. That's the one I
Masterpiece
liked.
Theater. Una tarde con los McCains. That was kind of the Spanish soap opera.
This
thing I
one. This
going
was
for.
my favorite. Is
Masterpiece, and I did the piece spelled different because of the copyright. You don't want to get in trouble with that business. Hey, okay. So a word from the boss is encourage people to have one-on-one cocktail hours between each other, and ask who we should make do this next week.
Know your neighbor. Let's have a vote. Ooh, do we
let's
get to,
do a
like,
live vote
wait,
for
is
all of
this
you who have
streaming?
endured.
Like people can
Oh
see
yeah,
this?
let me get back to that.
No, I think we should be able to popcorn to the next person
Look,
because
we, can even
we
do
did
it like
this.
Bam.
Yes, I'm so excited to be on
Okay.
the other end of this. Wait, but let's think. Who do we want to
Okay,
popcorn to?
so yes, we need popcorn, but hey y'all, find ways of like zooming with each other, FaceTime, connect. Don't forget to connect with people. You're just gonna have to be a little bit more intentional, a little creative, like, and do awkward things like this.
Or how about just call them on the phone?
Call
I
them
feel
up
like
on the
that's
phone.
like a
You know
really
what, friends?
easy way.
Write a letter.
Okay.
Seriously, write a letter. Connect with people. Please don't assume that someone else is connecting with others. This is what it means for us to follow Jesus in a really simple way, is just to like actually love our neighbors, and specifically those that God has put in our family as a church. So please think of people, call them. Wouldn't it be great to hear, like, would people stop calling me? Gosh, like,
Nobody's called me.
and it's just really isolating.
Just kidding.
I'm an
It's
extrovert,
true.
and it's isolating. So it's just a really tough time. So reach out. Schedule a listening party, a cocktail hour. Use Discord. Connect with each other. Don't let it overwhelm you. Do it at your own pace. Do the
There
way
were
you like.
some things on there like about playing games online or something.
games online?
I
Yeah.
thought, well, that's cool. I love to play
Like
games.
board games or video games?
No, it was like
Like
a.
Fortnite?
I'll have to get back on there. Pictionary, maybe. It was like a interactive
Oh,
game
yeah,
thing.
that's
I don't
cool.
know. I don't know.
And then vote. Let's do a vote now. Who do we nominate to do this
Are we
next
nominating? Like,
week.
no, we shouldn't like nominate and let people vote. That seems a little.
That's
like,
a little bullying.
Like
People have already at this point probably
feels
submitted
like
comments.
what's that
Let's hold
show?
off.
American Idol. Like, no, we're not doing that. We should just. I think we should bump it to Melissa and Ryan. Or Alex and Melissa.
Ooh.
I told.
There, listen, let's have a private conversation. They can't hear us.
Yeah, they
I
can't
think
hear us
Bliss and Ryan should probably do this
Yeah, I
next
think
week.
so. Maybe.
I want to hear from Bliss and Ryan. I want to see them handle twins and Thaddeus and do a live stream. That's kind of cruel.
No,
No,
I think it'd be great.
I would love to just
I love knowing them.
get
I
some
want people
popcorn
to
and
know
watch
them,
it for sure.
Interact.
Send in
some
some questions. Yeah.
I think if it doesn't work out with their schedule, then maybe Melissa and Alex. Just because Alex, this was his jam.
Juan Hernandez says letter writing is a great idea. Thank you, Juan. You see what I'm saying, bro? Peace. Tribute to Santa Cruz. What's up, man? Yeah.
Francine sent a letter.
Francine is y'all. Can we just take a Francine moment for a second? Francine is like so great. If y'all don't know Francine,
This is a
you're
great
just
opportunity.
missing out on like a treasure of our res family. She's
I feel
so,
like come to
I love you,
catechism.
Francine.
Francine's like super faithful about catechism and a lot of
she's super
things.
faithful about everything.
But-
She's amazing.
This is a good time to get to know people on a different level where you could Zoom call with them or write a letter or do one of these, what is this called, what we're doing, live stream things to get to know people.
Yeah.
It's good. We can be intentional with our time, you know?
Ooh, can I read you guys one poem
A poem.
by Wendell Berry? I
Shawn
have
loves
the
poems.
poem. I love poems.
Sean's also been writing poems.
Gosh, why would you?
I'm just
Can
outing
we
you.
mute that? Okay, here. Let me.
It's fun. It's good.
All right, y'all. Listen to this, because this transcends just the act of poetry. Alex, we're going on 2 hours, bro. I think we're not going to land this plane. All right, it's from Wendell Berry's Given. Can y'all see this? Fantastic book of poetry. Highly recommended. Wendell Berry. What a good guy. Okay. Got Bill Evans in the background. This just cannot be a better way to end an evening with y'all. The poem's called How to Be a Poet to Remind Myself. Wait, let me give a caveat. I think this is helpful advice for how to do Sabbath in an age of crisis and hysteria and COVID-19, and we need to be careful. Like, it's just so many things to consider, and we're trying to like stay sane. In some ways, we're trying to learn the poetics of life again, how to navigate. So let this speak beyond just the act of poetry, because I'm sure Wendell Berry would agree with that, right? Is that a reach?
No, it's not a
Am
reach.
I preaching right now?
No, maybe. But I
Okay.
think that's your job. But also, I just want to say, if
Fair
you don't
point.
have time in your day with all these newfound like challenges of working and kids and whatever, just like take a few minutes to just breathe and like
For sure.
inhale and exhale and be present to the presence of God, because He's there in all of these moments, and He's there to commune with us all the time. So.
He's
For
like
some
sup-
people, this is slower time. For other people, this is ramped up time, depending on your job, I think. But
like it's so true. He's like surprisingly there.
yeah,
Constantly. And that's
we
like
take that for
really-
granted.
Yeah.
We do.
It's really refreshing.
Yeah.
All right, so Wendell Berry. Given. Okay. The poem is How to Be a Poet to Remind Myself. Make a place to sit down. Sit down. Be quiet. You must depend upon affection, reading, knowledge, skill, more of each than you have. Inspiration, work, growing older, patience. For patience joins time to eternity. Any readers who like your work doubt their judgment. Breathe with unconditional breath the unconditioned air. Shun electric wire. Communicate slowly. Live a three-dimensioned life. Stay away from screens. Stay away from anything that obscures the place it is in. There are no unsacred places. There are only sacred places and desecrated places. Accept what comes from silence. make the best you can of it. Of the little words that come out of the silence, like prayers, prayed back to the one who prays. Make a poem that does not disturb the silence from which it came. Y'all,
Hopefully y'all can snap out there.
I hope this
there's-
has been as fun for you guys as it's been for us.
It's been good.
We love y'all.
Better than I expected.
Way better than I
But
expected.
popcorn, Betchers.
Betchers, tag.
You're up next.
But if they can't do it and they don't need to feel pressured,
No.
you know all the caveats. We love you. You don't have to do it. We'll just make Melissa and Alex do it, or
Also, if you need
James
to
and Sandy.
get
James and
some of
Sandy would be
these
hilarious.
for your household. They work out well when people are having issues. I'll have to hear.
This is the kind of stuff that only people with 6 kids have.
Yeah. I'm like,
This is actually, don't tell Hewlett Packard, but these were the headphones that I wore in my cubicle so that I could like mute everything,
What?
so I could focus
What?
on the code, bruh.
fun fact about these too. Braylon wore these in the car when
Oh,
Emery was
screaming,
born. For those trips that she just couldn't handle.
screaming. All right, y'all. Peace. We love you.
Peace out.
It's so good to hang out with you in our living room. Hey, let's do this again sometime, yeah?
Yes. Hey, cheers to that. I'll raise
Cheers
a
to
glass.
that. I'll do this again sometime. Thanks for being with us.
Sleep well.
Don't binge watch some garbage.
Ugh.
If you're gonna watch something good. And
I
then
feel like there
share it
were
with
some
us.
good recommendations on Discord.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
totally.
that app is poorly named, but
It's the opposite of what we're trying to achieve.
we are trying to.
But that's
work
the
together.
irony of the tech world.
No, but there's like lots
They
of
just say good
people
words.
suggested reading on there and things like that, and I think that's awesome because it's a good. Yeah.
Oh look, there's the cue. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining.
Oh hey, y'all, subscribe to our YouTube
If you
channel.
enjoyed this-
Subscribe to Rez. That's really important, I think, for something.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Yes. If you have kids, Lauren's going to be on YouTube Tuesday, Thursdays with a reading hour or ish.
Oh yeah,
At
Lauren's.
10 a.m.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
At 10 a.m. And also during the catechism hour on Sundays. If you want to come to
on.
catechism, hit play on YouTube for your kids on the Res channel with Lauren. They'll be going over their own catechism there. So,
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna cut to
Love y'all.
a thing, and then we're out of here. We love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Good night.